Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S here, back with another video. I know I've taken a bit of a break again for a while because I've had too many ideas. I get ideas overload. So today has been a bit frustrating because I've had all these ideas, but I haven't managed to take action on any of them really. Not that much anyway. So anyway, but this is as I mentioned a while back. Each Monday, I hope to cover as many videos as I can about football in Milan as an Italian football fan. So this is one of those videos, and it took me a while to decide what I could cover today. So I thought I'd come up with one of my usual list videos where I talk about a list of ideas, 3 different parts of 10 ideas. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, so I've been thinking about a few ideas a little bit, and I thought I'd make a video where I try and explain or cover some ideas. So incidentally, I might actually be going to a football match on the weekend this week, all being well. I think on the 11th, but not sure if I can say too many details about it. But yeah, so I thought I'd just cover that in the intro. I think I meant to say that in one of my other videos, but I didn't quite remember to say it. But anyway, so this is a video about Inter Milan, or my ideas to support and empower Inter Milan. And as a fan of Italian football generally, I love all the Italian teams as well as Celtic, or even all the Mediterranean teams as well, but mainly Italian teams and Celtic as well. So anyway, cracking on to my list, I can't think of anything else to say for the intro, so I hope I haven't forgot anything, but here goes. So number 1, I would love to see Inter Milan being owned by the wealthiest possible owners and having as much sponsorship and investment as possible. So to bring in the best possible, as I'd love for Italian football generally, to bring in the best possible managers, coaches, coaching staff, and players, of course, who can hopefully help Inter Milan to be as successful as possible. And mainly, what I would really love to see, as a fan of Italian football generally, is to see Italian teams become successful in Europe and internationally. Like, I'd love to see Inter Milan win the Champions League and the World Club Cup, even like they did before, and maybe even the Super Cup and things like that. So to win as many trophies as possible in terms of, in like European and international football. Number 2, I'd love to hear love for Inter Milan to look at what they can learn from other teams, both in Italy and around the world, and like build connections, and also to help Inter Milan go trending like as a brand. So I wonder if, I know I mentioned this idea a while back, but I wonder if people help Inter Milan to go viral, to like trend, like people typing in Google Inter Milan or things like, or looking at Inter Milan on YouTube and finding out facts. I hope as many people as possible will find out facts about Inter Milan and be interested in the history. And in the future, and again, I know I mentioned this before, but I'd love to find out facts about teams like Inter Milan in Italy and share those facts about the history. Even discovering things myself as well, and learning as I go along. But yeah, so I'd love, basically, to put it simply, for Inter Milan to go viral, like trend on Twitter and YouTube and Google and things like that. So to get as much, hopefully that will encourage potential owners and sponsors to invest in Inter Milan. As I've talked before about, I'd love for so many sponsors and owners to co-own Inter Milan, like even people like Elon Musk perhaps, and people like that. Number 3, this is a bit of a controversial idea. I wasn't sure if I should cover it, but I was thinking like if fans invested or donated their money to Inter Milan, that's not the controversial bit, but I was thinking like maybe even like OnlyFans people, like people who are on OnlyFans, especially female fans of Inter, who might be popular, or even, dare I say, webcam girls, although that might not be might not be very professional for investors. But if fans or people like that invested, so as the club basically to get, the idea for me is for the club to get as much investment as possible. So I know a bit of a controversial idea there. Number 4, again, I'd love for Inter Milan to win things again like they did before, like the Champions League, and maybe even the World Club Cup again, and the Super Cup and things like that. So to win as much as possible, not just in Italy, but mainly outside of Italy as well, because again, as a fan of Italian football, I'd love for Italian teams to do well internationally, in Europe and internationally, and to have as many fans as possible from around the world following Italian teams. And like, I'd love for Italian teams to be more popular across Asia, like in places like Malaysia and India, Indonesia, and all over Asia, especially Singapore and places like that, as well as maybe even Africa. On that note, number 5, I think it'd be great for AC Milan to have like 5 to 10 year plans, and also to have like football academies and sports clubs across Africa and Asia and places like that, all around the world, and yeah, to have as many as possible, and and that sort of thing. So hopefully develop for the future, and also former players could coach and also be ambassadors, both for Inter Milan, both in Italy itself, or in Milan itself, or even across Italy, and also around the world, like in Asia and Africa. So people get the chance to be coached by great players. Like I know some players already do that, but I think it'd be great if even more former great players from around the world coached some of the younger players, like in different areas, like as goalkeepers and defenders and midfield up front and things like that. Number six, again, I'd love to see more people being supporting Serie A, or following Serie A, and like how Serie A can learn to brand itself all around the world, across Asia and Africa, to hopefully help Italian football to return back to its glory days as much as possible. Number seven, I hope God will bless Inter himself somehow. I know it's a bit of a bias, it's a bit of a push, but yeah, it would be great if he did. Not sure if he will listen, but that would be great. Number eight, again, I hope for as many like for Inter fans to come together, maybe even like to have GoFundMe or crowdfundmes for GoFundMe pages or crowdfunding, and as many people from it, Inter fans from Italy itself and around the world as possible, like to donate little bits of money that they can, or whatever they can afford to donate to the club, and maybe even the club could have its own like bank account which is specifically whatever money is put into that account, they'll guarantee the fans that that will be reinvested back into academies and buying players and improving the club generally as much as possible. Number nine, again, it'd be great to see owners who come into the club talk about their 5 to 10 year plans for Inter Milan, and how they're going to help it to turn into a powerhouse, hopefully through investment, academies, buying players. Again, 5 to 10 year plans, so it's not just short term, but hopefully success will come quite quickly, but also last for quite a long time as well. So developing young players and attacking players, not just older players, and maybe changing the perception of Italian football to be more attacking and entertaining as well somehow. And number 10, again, I really think it's important. I often think so. I often think this is important to invest in young players, again, academies and things like that. So and also to give those young players opportunities to play in games, maybe like at least be on the bench. So if Inter is really in a game where the game is like either the opposition is really far ahead and Inter Milan can't catch up, like they're 3 or 4 goals down with a short amount of time to go, or something like that, or vice versa, they're quite far ahead and the other team can't catch up, they can play those younger players to give them an opportunity to have game time, so that they can excuse me, so they can practice for the future. So again, as ever, I'd love to hear what you think. I forgot to say in the intro, but I'd love to hear what you think about my ideas, especially if you're a fan of Inter or Italian football generally, or I'd love to hear what you think about Inter Milan or Italian football generally, and possibly Celtic, or whatever you want to comment in the comment section. I hope you'll give me some advice and suggestions as well, and possibly talk about what your least and most favourite ideas are. And I am out. Peace and out.